Okay, boom.
Hello.
Okay. I see you. I see you on YouTube. Can you hear me, Queen?
Yes.
Okay, period. Period. All right. Okay, now we are there. Oh my God, guys. So we just had a test run. Okay. Let me turn this one on off. We in there. So we had a test run earlier, you guys. This is our first stream ever. Power Talk is really going places, y'all. But it's not a cakewalk. Okay, it's gonna take some time and effort. I'm gonna just let y'all know that right now. Period. We have a wonderful special queen with us. Okay, guys, go by the name of Miss Ayana. Thank you so much for your time and patience with these test runs, girl. Okay, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good, good, good. And can you please let the people know who you are and what you got going on?
Okay, so my name is Ayana Johnson. Some of you all may already know that if you've been on my social media or seen me somewhere. But I'm an influential speaker. I'm a clinical mental health therapist. So I focus on a lot of bringing mental health awareness to the communities, um, and ways of speaking and writing books and all that good stuff just to ensure that we become a happy and healed society. I also have a ministry that I run. It's called Resembling Ruth, which is kind of why we're here today to talk about my first annual conference for that. I'm also an author where I have 3 books that I've published, and my fourth book will be released on the day of my conference on August the 20th. And I am a single mother of a 15-year-old son.
That sounds good. That sounds good. And you said 15-year-old son. How's
Yeah.
that going?
Ooh, girl. Ah, going. That's all I can say, girl. Pray, prayer, and prayer. That's it. Hmm.
Prayer. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So, okay. What made you decide to come up with your women's what do you call this again?
So it's a women's conference. It's a.
Okay.
Hmm. So, Resembling Ruth is an organization that I started back in 2011. I was really at a vulnerable place in my life, and I was really like searching for a relationship with God. And as I was doing that, I started to realize I was just kind of led and drawn to the biblical story of Ruth. So as I read it, and I started to read it and read it and read it and process it, I realized that Ruth was me, and
Mm.
that's why I was so drawn to that book. So that birthed my first book, which is Ruthless, which focuses on women.
Uh-oh, she may have gotten a call in. Y'all stay with us.
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I had a call come in. Um, so yeah, so Ruthless, it was birthed from okay, so my first book, Ruthless, and then so moving forward, I've done a lot of different like meetups and things around Atlanta. But this is actually my first major conference that I'm hosting myself. So as I think about the conference and I think about where I am in life and I think about the journey that it took for me to get here, I think about she was created for this. And so I gave that as the title of my first annual conference. She was created for this, really focuses on women exploring their internal and external beauty in Christ. So, it's one thing to kind of know you're beautiful, but it's another thing to know what you were created for and align that with your beauty. Like it's
Mm.
it's not even it cannot be compared to anything on this earth. And so being able to host this conference, she was created for this. I'll be the the speaker and just really, just letting God kind of lead it. And I'm looking forward to women just becoming more free within themselves, and that is that's the mission behind it.
Wow. So this seems like this is good for women that especially also suffers from or with depression.
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Feeling if you're not good enough. Ladies out there, if you guys can relate, the second to best or what have you, I really do feel like this is a good wave to get on because we need this now more than ever, to be honest, especially with the media pushing certain types of subjects, and you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It has us to put more of a force on ourselves to lose the weight or look a certain way, right?
Mhm. Right. You gotta know, what your journey entails and kind of
Mm-hmm.
identify that within yourself and with God and allow that to just be enough and then embrace it. You know,
Mm,
because there's a lot of people on this earth, but you can't be nobody else and they can't be you. And so you gotta kind of know the uniqueness that you bring to the earth. And
mm.
um, being able to walk in that boldly and freely is literally what this conference is about. And it also aligns up with my next book that will be released on the day of the conference. So I'll have my book signing there as well.
Good, Ashay. So I know you can't give us all the gems, right? But can you please tell us what are one of the things, besides praying, that helped you embrace who you are today? What were some of the
Oh,
things?
um, so I mean it's so much,
Yeah.
but the main thing will be on top of prayer and having a relationship with God. It'll kind of be just really embracing the obstacles, the things that I've dealt with, not just go through them, but being intentional about growing through the things that I go through.
Mm. I
Yeah.
like that. We tend to run away from that though, girl. We tend to hide that and sweep that under the rug. So we can't do that, right?
Right, and that's why I say that is major when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
personal growth and development because most people get out of one relationship and then they end up just let me just get another man or get another woman or whatever and just like not really heal, not really deal with the stuff you've been through or not really like
Mm-hmm.
embrace it, learn from it, and then it's like you keep dating the same person with a different face. That's just
Mm-hmm.
one example, like the whole dating process. But just personal growth and development is definitely comes it stems from your intentionality to face yourself and become humble and sacrifice some time with just you and you, and it'll get you further than anything on this earth.
Right, right. And moving along, I did like what you said about relationships because that's one thing we do talk about a lot on this show. And when you said, taking that time to heal, is there a set time? It does that really just depends on that person? Because you know how, some women be like, oh, let me take a year off and blah, blah, blah to heal. But is it really a set time?
I think when they say that, they're kind of like it's more like a boundary setting. So like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take a year to not date, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm setting this boundary for myself, and and that means if you're setting that boundary for that year to not date, that means you being intentional about whatever you need to do as far as your your personal growth, your development, and you're allotting that time to allow yourself to heal. So to
Mm-hmm.
answer your question, you can't just say within a year you're going to be healed, but if you are intentional about it and you set those boundaries, then more than likely it's going to work out for you. um so it's not like a certain time frame to heal or anything like that. I think healing is like really an everyday, it's definitely not like a well, let me just get to this destination of healing. It's more of like a marathon. It's gonna be a
Mm-hmm.
process every day. Even once you heal from one thing, you're gonna realize, okay, I'm in a different situation, and now different things are coming out of me from something that has happened in my childhood. I'm mean. I'm a little angry. I noticed that my dad was real mean and angry to me. So it's like you're gonna always be connecting the dots in your life to just be better every day, and that won't be done until you leave this earth.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's wise, very wise. Hey man, listen guys. Y'all, I hope y'all got something out of this. Oh, one more thing, Queen. Do you offer any type of 101 sessions and things of that nature?
Yes, yes, I
Okay.
do. If you're interested in therapy services, you can go to www.ayana, AYANA dash Johnson.com.
Johnson.com. Cool. And how can the people also follow you on social media?
Instagram, AJ Beautiful. Also, I have a therapist page, therapist Ayana Johnson. And then Facebook is just Ayana Johnson, AYANA, last name Johnson.
Oh my God. Yes. Okay. I got chills just really, listening, because I really feel like this woman knows what she's talking about. Okay. Everybody, say, "Oh, I can coach you in your life and da 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 da." But the profiles that you have said on this call, it's something that I can even take with me. Like, you never know what you need until, you know what I'm saying, you've gone through it. And
Hmm.
Miss Johnson, I really do appreciate you, spreading these gems. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So this conference is when again and what time?
Okay, so the conference is on August the 20th. It starts at 4:30 p.m.
Okay.
And then it'll probably end around like 7:30. Um, and so yeah, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fellowship. It's gonna be praise and worship. It's basically gonna be, an experience with God, to be honest. So you should come,
Hmm.
cute, casual. Don't, be able to take your shoes off if you need to, because we're literally expecting a life-changing situation for everyone that's involved, everyone that's attending. And I've been in the room praying, and God has met me there, and I'm expecting him to show back up on that day. And
Mm,
I'm just overwhelmed with joy, and I'm a little nervous cuz this is my first, big conference, and I really don't know what to expect, but I have some expectations, if that makes sense. So knowing the difference is
yeah.
saying I have expectations, but the God that
Hmm.
I serve, I don't know how he's going to show up and show out.
Hmm.
So I don't know what to expect, but I'm extremely happy. Please get your tickets. We have a few more left. And, again, if you're in Atlanta, it's going to be at Courtyard Marriott, Atlanta, Decatur location.
And how can they get their tickets, Queen?
Same website, www.ayana, AYANA dash Johnson.com. That's my website for everything, tickets, bookings, my books, whatever you need from me. That's where you will go.
All right, y'all have heard it here. And Power Talk will be in the building. So y'all
Yes.
stay tuned to for more updates and just to see what's really going on with our queens in Atlanta. Listen, it's a big wave going on, and we're putting God first. We need him, especially in these times of needs. I don't know if y'all know what's going on the media and all this stuff, but I feel like this is definitely a place to be, to shed knowledge, you know what I mean, shed some of
Hmm.
that old baggage that you got, and really cleanse yourself with the blood of Jesus. You feel me? The
Yeah.
blood, and ordain. I feel like you have some ordain going on inside of you. You know what I mean?
Amen.
I feel it. So yes, I cannot wait. I hope to see you guys there. Miss Queen, is there anything else you'd like to share with them?
um, I'll just leave you with this. uh
That way,
um
listen, we up early with it, okay? We working. She's a very busy working, hard woman, Queen, and I just thank you again for taking your time to come up on Power Talk and our first stream yard. Period. And you have a great day.
yeah, well, in closing, I was gonna leave them with
Hmm.
something.
Okay.
um you know it's one thing to really know that you want a better life, you want success and all that. We all want that for ourselves, well, you should
Mhm.
anyway. But being intentional about your personal growth and development is going to be literally the breaking point for you. If you don't be intentional about like going to conferences like mine, or attending seminars, or putting yourself around the environment of where you need your breakthrough at, then it's never going to happen.
Mm.
So I just felt like I needed to share that. You can pray till you blue in the face, but faith with no works is dead. So show up and allow God to show up in your life. That's
Amen.
facts. Okay. God bless y'all. Thank you so much.
God bless. Thank you, Miss Johnson. All right, y'all. Listen, I got chills. I'm just gonna be honest, because you can tell when somebody is made and built to do what they need to do, right? And you can tell that she has a definitely a cover over her head. You know, she's covered. And God definitely bless her to do what she needs to do. You feel me? We don't talk about spiritual things on this podcast as much, especially on the first season. But this is season 2, you know? And yeah, okay, grab your doobies, grab your wine. That's all good every now and then, right? But I feel like also it's just some balance and just getting to know who you are and knowing who your creator is. Knowing who your creator is and knowing who you are, then you just can't go wrong in this world, this crazy world. Okay. So again, I hope you've gotten something out of this podcast with Miss Ayana Johnson. Y'all be sure to check out the Women's Conference on August the 20th. I will be in attendance, okay, with my podcast for interviews, photos, and more. So, again, guys, thank you for tuning in. This is our first streaming. We will be having more. I like where this is going. We uh we will thank you for joining. We will be having more. Okay. I like where this is going on here. This seems very convenient. So anybody else that is interested, I am having more interviews. I'm looking for more people to interview. You can follow me on Power Talk 2020, okay, where we will continue to connect and strive. So, again, thank you guys for listening, and you guys have a wonderful day. All right.